Alright. I have the article with me because I'm terrible with names and one of them's fucking ridiculous. Alright. So, apparently last year, around this time, there was a huge to-do about one of the girls in Smallville, Allison Mack. She was kind of running a sex ring. How the fuck did I miss this? How did I miss this? Of all things, how did I miss this? How on earth did this get missed? I don't know. So, apparently this shit got missed. News to me. But the reason why this is coming up is because, first of all, I want to talk about it. And second of all, she has pled guilty. Now, how did we get to a guilty plea? So, I'm extraordinarily fuzzy on the details. This happened a year ago. But apparently, there was a guy and this Allison Mack. They started a cult for, well, there really is no better term because the best term is cult. They started a cult. And she would bring in women under the guise of, this is a self-help thing. Right? Now I'm gonna lay this on pretty fucking thick because let's not fuck around with the reality of the situation just for fun, right? Let's take in the whole thing. So the actress from Smallville, right? Not a huge star, but nonetheless a celebrity. Is going out to find women who are looking to have somebody teach them how to better themselves. They're in a bad position, for one reason or another, in one way or another, right? Maybe they just don't have confidence. Who knows? Maybe they're in a really bad spot. I don't know. Could be any gamut. Or anywhere along the gamut. So, she goes out to find this type of woman. And says, well, I have a self-help guru, I guess, I don't know, that I can take you to, and he'll help you. At which point, they'd go, meet this guy, and then they would essentially force them to being like sex slaves. Apparently, ladies, this is how you better yourself. You fuck the guy that tells you, God damn it, you're gonna fuck me. And now, voila, you're a better person. Apparently this Allison Mack, as is reported, took photos and video of these sexual encounters and would then blackmail these women into essentially being sex slaves of this cult. They even went so far as to brand these women with their initials. I'll say it again so it'll fully soak into your brain. Women who are at a pretty low point in their life who are looking to find a way to help themselves get drafted into sex slavery by a movie star, by a TV star, and it goes so far as to branding. Now, I'm not fucking around here when I say branding. I'm not using some funny term, some euphemism. They took an iron that was shaped into the shape of their initials and heated it up to the point that it would sear flesh to scarring and then applied to flesh. Like they do with cattle. That's pretty fucking, I mean, you know, I have the whole thing with calling shit evil arbitrarily. But that's pretty fucking evil. Originally, this Allison Mack decided that she was going to plead not guilty. And one of her arguments was that the forced labor thing, well, that shouldn't apply because Scientology has never been brought up on charges for forced labor. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't, of all of the controversy surrounding Scientology, I don't remember the forced labor ever being pornography. Like, I don't believe that I ever heard that they forced people to become porn stars. Like, that was the labor in which they were forced to be. Or even sex slaves. Even though technically you can't really call that forced labor so much as slavery when it's in the fucking name. Whatever, I guess forced labor is still a form of slavery. Nevertheless, like, and I think it got to a point, where somebody sat this bitch down and said, look, here's the deal. You branded women with your initials. Those are visual scars that they'll probably still have the rest of their life. And we have yet to even get into the shit that they're going to carry with them for the duration. Your defense of Scientology, yeah, that didn't go over fucking well. And they're looking to put you away for life for this. As kind of a, you can't get out of enslaving desperate women, branding them for the giggles or whatever. Like, you can't do that, no matter who you are. So they're going to put you away for life unless you take this deal. I don't know what the deal was. I guess they're going to be sentencing her in September or something like that. I don't know what the deal was. But I think minimum she can face 20 years. And the deal may be to, like, have that. But the maximum for all charges is life. Like, life. She'll be gone for the rest of her life. She will be gone for the duration. So, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. After Jussie Smollett, shit, anything could happen. But I don't think this is going on in Chicago, so, you know, small favors for there. But I don't know. It'll be interesting. Hopefully, when the sentencing comes across the wire, I'll remember and actually think to look at and report on that for everybody. But I don't know, man. I'm pretty conflicted on just what I don't know. I like, this is another one of those situations where I'm kind of like, I don't like the deal. You know what I mean? Like, what on earth is she going to give them that's going to be worth a deal? That's my question. For something like that, what on earth is she going to do that will be worth cutting time off of her sentence for the crimes that have been committed? Like, this is where I kind of go, under some circumstances, I think no deals. Like, I don't give a shit. No deals. You know what I mean? But whatever system you get. But she said that she wants to, this is Allison Mack, she said that she wants to use this as an opportunity to make herself a better person. And that kind of made me laugh in many ways. Much like the Jussie Smollett thing, being that he hoaxed being beat up for racial and sexual reasons. I thought it was kind of ironic justice that he would be going to prison, where he would most likely, more than a couple of times, be beat up for racial or sexual reasons. You know, I kind of thought that kind of punishment fit the crime. You know, you actually, if you hoax a crime, you wind up in a situation where it's entirely possible that crime is going to be perpetrated against you. You know, whatever. But I thought it was kind of interesting that she wanted to take this as an opportunity to make herself a better person. And I thought, yeah, it's kind of funny, because all those women wanted was an opportunity to try and make themselves better people. And you took that from them and turned them into, I'm not going to say worse people, but certainly worse off people. Like, you say worse people, and you think that, oh, he's saying that they're going to be bad people. No. They're certainly a lot worse off, however, than they were before they ran into her. So, you know what I mean? And you know, she's going to go to prison now, where most likely she'll be sold to somebody at some point. You know, I don't know. I kind of thought that was funny. It made me giggle. You know, that kind of shit does happen in prison. And if you're in there long enough, and certainly a life sentence would be long enough to run into this situation at least more than once. You know. But she'll, you know, if she does go to prison, no matter how long of a time, she will have great opportunity to make herself a better person. She will have many opportunities to make herself a better person. And she'll have many opportunities to try and make other people better people too. Because if you're looking for people who are in a spot where they might need a little bit of fixer-up, you know, prison's where you find them. So she's going to have all manner of opportunities to be altruistic in many different ways. And you know what? Hopefully that's her experience. Hopefully she does use this as an opportunity to make herself a better person. Hopefully she figures out some sort of program to help people on the inside. I don't know. She was an actress. That means she's a smart lady, right? I don't know. Maybe she can help him with acting lessons. But she'll also have many an opportunity to backslide into other nefarious things. That's kind of disheartening too. But such is life. I don't know. I don't like to deal in these kind of situations. I don't. You know, if it was my sister, my girlfriend, my mother, you know, my aunt, my cousin, 53,000 times removed, I don't care. Like, that's kind of that. I don't understand how the fuck. Like, this is why people hate lawyers, you know, because somebody's making a deal with her. What in the fuck could she possibly... Oh, well, she's going to point the finger at her? She's going to testify against the guy? Oh, great. So then she can go free, even though those are her initials too branded into that woman. Man. And she was the lure. She was the one that brought them all in. I don't like the deal in this situation. Whatever. It isn't my choice to make, but I do have the ability to voice my opinion and say, I don't like the deal in this situation. I want to know what it is she's given up that's worth that kind of shit. At the very least, I think the victims deserve to know what she's given up that's going to get her less time or whatever for this shit. Because, god damn, it better be good. she better really have the dirt on Donald Trump being a Russian spy. Like, it better be fucking on that level. Or something. Like, Jesus Christ. Branded women. Like, this is some kind of shit that people are going to make movies of in another 10, 15, 20 years. Oh, did you ever hear about that fucking crazy group? Yeah. Let's do a movie on it. Yeah. Hopefully that bitch will still be in prison. Whatever. I don't like to deal in this situation. And I don't know, I mean, as far as her taking this as an opportunity to make herself a better person, how about you not lure desperate women into sex slavery? I'm not going to give you a cookie for that. And how about we not blackmail those women to keep them in sex slavery? Yeah, again, I think that's kind of a given. And as far as how about we not brand human beings with our initials? You don't have far to climb to reach the summit of where you've already gone down. So, like, at a point, is such a thing possible? Like, how far can you fall before redemption truly takes place? Now, religiously, one would say, well, you have to really, you have to really be repentant for what you've done and ask God for forgiveness. And you shall have it. And I'm kind of like, alright, I get it. And like, there's fail safes woven in there. You have to actually be repentant. God knows. You know what I mean? But like, I don't know. For me personally, if one day I went utterly insane, I don't even know how I'd do it. But if one day I went utterly insane and I found some TV actress and convinced her to lure women to me so that I can essentially rape them and blackmail them into more raping, and we'll brand them. Like, if the stunning realization of what I'm doing at any point hits me, like, just personally, I don't know what I would do to put my current state of mind into the body of the person holding the branding iron, going, what did I just do? Like, I can't even fathom where you go from there. Like, Jesus Christ. How the fuck? So yeah, I don't know. If she has had her stunning moment of realization of what it was she did, that's another thing that the victims kind of should get a gander at. I don't know. But yeah, dude. And for the record, since we're at the end of the video and nobody watches this far, I just want to say that when you fucking women, and you know who you are, because you know who I'm talking to, it's you women specifically that have said this to me in the past, when you say some shit like, where's your videos in support of women? Like, this is one of them. I don't think this is going to go down as being remembered as one of my great videos in support of women, but like, I think this is pretty shitty on a human level, but it happened to women. I certainly think it's shitty on a level that it happened to women. I think it's really shitty that it happened at all. And I understand that women are generally the victims of this sort of thing. Because most guys, like, if you want to reverse the genders in this situation, and you have a male TV star, like, if you have fucking Jon Snow, if you have Jon Snow from Game of Thrones, and he's going around finding a bunch of dudes to go and have sex with some chick, and Jon Snow is filming it and taking pictures of it and blackmailing them into having more sex with that chick. There's a lot of guys that probably willingly sit through the brand too, because they'd be like, oh, it'll be cool, you know? Like, I'm sure there would be some that would have a problem. Hashtag not all, everybody. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of guys that would probably be more into it than you think. You know what I mean? Even if they're going into it under the guise that Jon Snow's selling them a self-help thing, and they wind up just getting forced into having a lot of sex with a woman. Like, I mean, if she's a disgusting, awful woman, that could be a problem. But if she's, like, even a halfway decent looking chick, most guys will be like, alright, you know, will you let me brand you? Yeah, sure, that'd be cool. Put it fucking here. Man, that'd be sweet. Like, you'd have guys like that. I don't know, you know? So it's just, but you don't have a lot of women that are into this kind of shit. It's pretty much a guaranteed zero on all fronts. I mean, fuck. There's so many people in this world. There could possibly be a woman out there that would totally have gotten off on it. But I'm willing to bet that the possibility that they would have actually run into that one girl, if there's one girl out of the group of all of them that they did this to, that's like, oh, I'm not pressing charges. I had fun. Like, if there's one, I would be shocked into apoplexy. I wouldn't know how to react to that. I'd be like, wow, that's a good egg right there. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I would think about that, but that would be fucking interesting. But I'm pretty sure that it was everybody's probably pretty upset about what happened. And I mean, when it got, like, I was, you know, it's a year-old story, and I was like, eh. And then I saw the part about the branding, and I was like, oh, fuck, man. There's no fucking way I'm gonna let that shit go. So, here we are, doing a video about this shit. What the fuck is wrong?